Xiaoxie smiled and said, "Hexagonal, are you that stronger than people?" Liu Jiaoxian frowned and said, "Didn't I find you, and if I find it, I'm better than them, right?" Xiaoxie thought about it and felt that it made sense, and it was good to get a sack for Hexagon. He smiled and said, "Okay. Go back to the little abalone master as soon as he is happy, maybe he will reward you, I will teach you. You go to the little abalone master now and tell her that I found it. By the way, ask her for a sack, and bring her back when you arrive. You make the two of us more serious. Let's just say that the two of us are lying on the ground and can't move. You wake us up, but we can't go back to the city. We just lie here and pretend to be dead. You go and come back quickly. If the other beggars find out, you will be killed." Hexagon was so happy to hear that he ran forward as soon as he moved his feet. "Yang de Yan, you wait, I'll be right away." He ran fast. Xiaoxie put down Xiaoqi on the grass on the side of the road and said, "Xiaoqi, wait a car to sit, let's take a rest." I didn't mean to deceive Xiao Ding, but Hexagonal, he has foresight, he can wait here. It can be seen that he has a unique opinion, like this kind of thing is just a little bit, but as long as a little bit is enough to make things better, I am afraid that his credit is not big enough, so I made this trick. I hope he can get a sack. If I don't just have one, I have to divide it several times, get 10 to come, then it's fun." Xiaoqi also laughed with him. He was the best listener. He laughed when he knew it, and laughed when he didn't know. Sure enough, a carriage came at a fast pace. When Xiaoxie saw it, he immediately lay on the ground, pretending to be a big and difficult appearance, and Xiaoqi didn't need to pretend to be like it. "It's here. The carriage has arrived." Hexagonal is lying down, the chariot immediately brakes, Xiao Ding immediately jumped off the car and ran to the grass, and the helmsman Feng Yan immediately chased down. When Xiao Ding saw Xiaoxie, he rushed up in shock and shouted, "What's wrong with you, Xiaoye, hurry up! Get into the car!" Feng Yan also picked up Xiaoqi and ran back to the carriage. The carriage turned around and was heading for the city. Xiao Ding inspected Xiaoxie and only found that Xiaoxie was prostration, and he was relieved to take care of it. Hexagon tried his best to get the sack, and he said, "Look, little abalone, haven't you found it? I waited for 3 days, and I didn't dare to leave a single step, and I pulled them out of the forest, and I don't know how they were all soft, and they didn't have any strength at all." Xiao Ding smiled, "Hexagonal, thank you, I will give you a sack when I look back, you are so hard." Hexagonal was happy, and he said, "Little abalone, I also like to have a sack, but I don't know if the credit is big enough. If it's not enough, don't reward me, otherwise other people will laugh at me." Xiao Ding didn't understand these either. She asked Feng Yan, "Master Feng Rudder, can you give him a sack?" Feng Yan said, "According to the regulations of the gang, the disciples of the gang under the age of 15 must have special merits to be issued to the honor sack. Yang Xiaoxie, he once saved the little abalone master, that means that there is a favor to the beggar gang." Hexagonal immediately knelt down and said, "Thank you, Lord Xiaobao, thank you, helmsman." Feng Yan smiled and said, "Liu Jiao, you are only 8 years old, if you don't use all the disciples of this gang this time, you won't have a chance to be sent to work, but as soon as you are sent to work, you will have this kind of achievement, whether you run into it or guess, it means that you are blessed. If you are not blessed, why can't others touch it after I hang the sack for you? I hope you will be careful, don't let people say that you hang the sack is not like a sack, then I have to take it back. Hexagonal said, thank you for the helm, Bishop. He's a delicate heart. Fang Yan smiled and touched his head, looking kind. The car is flying. Soon they arrived at the Chang'an Inn, and everyone worked together to move Xiaoxie and Xiaoqi into the guest room. Only then did the little evil say powerlessly, thank you, everyone. Xiao Dingke said anxiously, little evil, don't talk about it, lie down and I'll take a look for you. I said that I had to untie the clothes of the little evil. Xiao Evil smiled lightly, Xiao Ding is in a hurry, I'm just hungry and a little bit of detachment. When Fang Yan heard this, he said, Yang Xiaoxie, you are out of strength, the old man instills true qi in you, and it will get better soon. Without waiting for Xiaoxie to answer, his hands immediately pressed against Xiaoxie's temples, and he picked up his true qi, and soon Fang Yan withdrew his hand and said, it's okay, Yang Xiaoxie, what do you think? Xiaoxie deliberately moved his muscles and nodded, and said, thank you. Xiao Ding said quietly, little evil, why have you been gone for so many days? Long, are you still angry with me? Xiao Evil thought, so many people were embarrassed to ridicule her, and smiled. Xiao Evil said, Xiao Ding, I will be angry with you, we were playing in the water by the river, and then we were caught by the four evils of martial arts to have breakfast, and it took 3 days to run out, and he wanted to call this breakfast not very delicious, but it was a little funny, and he couldn't help but giggle. The four evils, Fang Yan said in surprise, how many of them? Killing without mercy Zhong Kaixin and can't see Li Mimi. Only then did Fang Yan know why they were out of strength, and he said, you guys are really faithful, and you can come back if you encounter a can't see. Xiao Ding asked, Master Fang Rudder, and couldn't see is Li Mimi really that harmful? He said, she didn't hurt much, and I gave her 3 or 2 blows. Fang Yan was shocked and said, Yang De Yan, you really abolished her. This is good. A generation of witches has disappeared since then, and the hearts of the people are very happy, and the hearts of the people are very happy. Bing ha! He laughed lightly and said, it's a pity that there are still 2 prostitutes who have not died, otherwise the world would be peaceful. He was struck by feelings. The little evil exclaimed, those 2, the ones I hate the most are adulterers. Done together. Fang Yan said, it's Yao Qinghong, the color demon among the 9 demons, and Ji Rongli, the love demon, the 2 of them are lovers, both are proficient in the art of mind deterrence, they have been besieged many times but they have escaped, and they have done outrageous things from time to time. The little evil said, if you run into it, my brother is the one who harmed Li Mimi, can you prescribe some medicine to make up for his body? Fang Yan smiled and said, no problem, I'll ask someone to send it later, if it's okay, I want to go back. He got up and said to Xiao Ding, little treasure lord, I will tell you here, there is something to be ordered at any time. Xiao Ding smiled, it's okay, you can go. Fang Yan retreated, took Hexagon's hand, and walked out of the door, Hexagonal turned his head, looked at the little evil club and smiled before leaving. As soon as Xiao Ding saw that the person was gone, he immediately shouted angrily, "Yang Xiaoxie, you are so happy, you have a good time, and you want me to pick you up in a car, it's so comfortable, and you have a lot of skills." Xiaoxie didn't look at where this kid came from, and chuckled, "Of course it's comfortable, it's much more comfortable than you crying here all day." "You, Yang Xiaoxie, you." Xiao Ding was in no mood to fill in when he said it. She sighed, "Xiaoxie, let's stop arguing, okay, I know I can't talk about you, but I still want to be with you, don't tease me anymore, I'm a little." She lowered her head and wanted to cry, but she cried silently. Xiao Evil shouted, "Xiao Ding, I have let you follow you for so long, who are you not sarcastic? Really?" Xiao Ding looked at Xiaoxie for a long time and said, "Xiaoxie, I tried to make fun of you as a joke. Hopefully one day it will really be like that." As soon as she finished speaking, her fat eyes were already bursting with tears. Little Evil looked. There was no taste in his heart, and he comforted, "Why did Xiao Ding cry when he came back? Aren't you afraid of Xiaoxie laughing?" As soon as she heard Xiaoxie, Xiao Ding thought that there was still someone beside her. She immediately wiped away her tears and said, "Little Chi brother, don't laugh at me, I just feel sad in my heart, and I can't help but cry, so I flowed out." Xiaoxie replied to her with a smile. Soon, Feng Yan asked someone to send 2 packets of medicine, and Xiao Ding immediately took it to fry it and asked Xiaoqi to take it. XXX has passed for 3 days in a row. Xiaoqi is Jing Yuan has lost too much, and after taking a few tonics, he has returned to his former fierce and powerful appearance, and Xiaoxie also feels that Chang'an City is almost playing, and it is time to change places.